In this video, we'll be looking at how to plot points on a Cartesian plane. So we'll start by having a closer look at the Cartesian plane before we plot points. The first thing to note is that the x-axis always runs horizontal and the y-axis always runs vertical. The Cartesian plane is also split into 4 quadrants. So we have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Another thing to note is that when we plot points, we always plot them in the same order. So they're always plotted with the x-coordinate first and then the y-coordinate. And when we look at the different quadrants, in quadrant 1, the coordinates will both be positive. It will be a positive x and a positive y. In quadrant 2, the x will be negative because we're going into the negative numbers. So it would be a negative and a positive. In quadrant 3, both coordinates would be negative. And in quadrant 4, the x will be positive again, so we will have a positive and the y will be negative. We'll now look at plotting these points. So again, the first thing to remember is that when we plot a point, the coordinates are always x and then y. So to plot point A, the x-coordinate is 3, so I go across 3 on the x-axis, and the y is 2, so it's 3, 2, so that would be point A. Point B is at negative 3, so I go up to negative 3 on the x-axis and up to 1 for the y, so it would be point B. Point C is at negative 1 on the x-axis and negative 3 on the y, so point C. Point D is at 2, negative 1, so we've got point D. And point E is at 0 on the x-axis, 0, and then it's at 2 on the y-axis.